We have item G.
To be voted on? To be voted on? Or just for
No,
us?
this,
Yes, we got the advanced ed certificates. We
Not
all those
always.
stacked up there. We're fully accredited.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the August 13th work session. Welcome back, everybody. School is officially in session now, so we're good to go. Tonight, we're going to start off with a moment of silence, followed by the pledge to the flag, please. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sorry. All right, thank you. And Superintendent Fury, I think we have special recognition tonight.
Indeed, we do, and I'd like to call on Dr. Sheila Thomas to share with you the great news about our school system.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Madam Board Chair, board members, and Superintendent Fury. It is a great honor to announce that the Advanced Ed Global Commission has approved accreditation for Newton County School System. Newton County School System has been awarded accreditation by the North Central Association Commission on Accreditation and School Improvement, the Northwest Accreditation Commission, and the Southern Association of College and School Commission on Accreditation and School Improvement. These three regional agencies provide our institution with a highly regarded accreditation that is recognized across the world. Newton County School System has been granted district accreditation, which extends accreditation to each of the schools in the system. Newton County School System hosted an Advanced Ed external review team visit that evaluated the school system and a cross-section of schools on how the system as a whole adheres to the Advanced Ed accreditation standards and to make a recommendation for district accreditation status. Advanced Ed school system accreditation is a rigorous process that demonstrates to our students, parents, and community that we are focused on raising student achievement, providing safe and enriching learning environments, and maintaining effective and efficient operations staffed by highly qualified educators. To earn Advanced Ed school system accreditation, systems must adhere to three different criteria. First, meet the Advanced Ed accreditation standards in the areas of leadership, learning, and resource. Implement a continuous process of improvement, and host an external review team visit once every 5 years. The Advanced Ed team found Newton County School System met the requirements for accreditation. Newton County School System received an Index of Education Quality Score, which is 321. This score is a holistic measure of overall performance based on a comprehensive set of standards and review criteria. The Advanced Ed Improvement Network, the entire Advanced Ed network, over a 5-year span of time, the Index of Education Quality Score ranged from 278 to 283. So you can see that Newton County's score of 321 is considerably higher than the Advanced Ed Improvement Network's range. We are extremely proud of the work that has been done in Newton County and look forward to continued success. So please join me as we congratulate the Newton County School System and all the schools on this significant recognition. So at this time, I would like to ask our board chair if she would come to present all of our schools in the district with their Advanced Ed accreditation recognitions.
East Newton Elementary School, Principal Melissa Daniel. All right, Fairview Elementary School, Principal Dr. Artie Brunson. Flint Hill Elementary School, Principal Dr. Lynn DiNardo. Herd Mixon Elementary School, Principal Marquita Wilkins. Live Oak Elementary School, Principal Erica Anderson. Livingston Elementary School, Principal Dr. Patrick Carter. Mansfield Elementary School, Principal Mr. Chris Haymore. Middle Ridge Elementary School, Principal Rhonda Battle. Oak Hill Elementary School, Principal Dr. Brenda Gammon. Porterdale Elementary School, Principal Claudia Newell. Rocky Plains Elementary School, Principal Dr. Ryan James. South Salem Elementary School, Principal Taryn Newman. West Newton Elementary School, Principal Leah Green. Clements Middle School, Principal Mr. Fred Richard.
Little shrimps. Nice to next to him. So tall.
Cousins Middle School, Principal Atasha Logan. Indian Creek Middle School, Principal Mark Dastu. Liberty Middle School, Principal Keisa Vincent. Veterans Memorial Middle School, Principal Dr. Tequila Curry. Newton County Theme School at Fickwit, Dr. Ashante Everett. Alcovey High School, Principal Dr. Chris Williams. Eastside High School, Principal Mr. Jeff Chur. Newton High School, Principal Dr. Shannon Buff. Newton College and Career Academy, Principal Mr. Chad Walker. And the Newton County School System, Ms. Superintendent Samantha Fury.
Lastly, I would just like to personally thank on behalf of everybody here, and I know they feel the same way. We want to thank our illustrious leader, Ms. Fury, for always supporting us. And we also want to thank this awesome board, because we could not do the work that we do without your support and your backing and just being there for us over the years. So we thank not only the superintendent, but our board members here. So thank you very much.
And just for the record, Dr. Sheila Thomas is the brains behind the organizational structure of our visit, and single-handedly organized us and made sure that all of the work that we needed to do was accomplished. And then the rest of us filled in and took care of everything that needed to be taken care of. So Dr. Thomas, we're grateful for your service, and we refer to Dr. Thomas as the organization queen. So we know that when these types of tasks have to be done, that she's the strongest person to be able to assign them to, so she can keep us all in line. And so we're grateful for your service. And thank you to all of our principals for your hard work, dedication, and commitment to our students and to your staff and to our community. It shows in all that we do. And we just got to keep working hard and keep pushing forward, and we're gonna get there for sure. So thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Fury. On behalf of the board, while we have all the building leaders in the room, I want to thank you guys for ensuring that we meet the mission of the school system, which is educational excellence for ALL, all of our students. So thank you for the work that you do continuously on a daily basis. So you guys deserve a round of applause. Okay, normally I would dismiss y'all, but we do have one public participation, and I think it's going to be a good public participation. So I would like for y'all to stay for her public participation, because we know this lady, a lot of times, it won't take long, I promise, and stuff. So, but oftentimes we have that one parent or that awesome parent in our school system that goes above and beyond, and this is one of those parents, and I peeped at what she wanted to talk about, which is parent engagement. So I'd like for y'all to hear what she has to say, so that she can kind of model for other parents. So hopefully, with that being said, it's going to be good. No, I'm just playing. It should be good. It should be good. But Dr. McCoy, Abigail does have to read the public participation disclaimer.
All right, public participation is the time that the board has set aside to encourage you as members of our community to voice your opinion on any matter, either included or excluded from the printed agenda. A maximum time of 5 minutes will be allotted to a single individual or a single topic based on the number of requests. Complaints against any employee of the school system will not be heard unless the complaint has been submitted in writing to the superintendent at least 7 days prior to the board meeting. If unresolved, any personal complaints about school personnel must be put in writing for the board to review in executive session. Personal attacks against any member of the board will not be tolerated. Once the time for public participation has passed, discussion of topics will be restricted to board members only. Thank you in advance for complying with this request. With that, Dr. McCoy. Thank you.
Trying to keep this down to 5 minutes, and it's been very hard.
If she's got good stuff to say, can we?
Yes, and it's hard.
No,
It's like,
listen,
I'm like
you need
slightly
7,
over
12
5.
minutes?
I need like 6, but we'll see. Is it all right if I can approach and give
Absolutely.
you just a couple handouts that I have? Just something to think about as I am reading through.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you
Just
much.
something, just a thing. Not too many words on it, but no direction. All right, good evening. Once again, I am Dr. McCoy. And, well, good evening Superintendent Fury and school board, board members. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to stand before you and address the board about increasing parent engagement. I am the parent of 4, which are 2 graduates of Alcovey High School, and I currently have a 9th grader at Alcovey High School and a 10th grader who is homeschooled. After serving a combined total of 15 years in law enforcement for the Atlanta Police Department, Newton County Sheriff's Office, and Clayton County Police Department, 8 years in the National Guard, 3 years as a college professor, and also a university academic board member, I know all too well about public service and what it takes to keep community members engaged. During my tenure with the Newton County Sheriff's Office, I served as a patrol officer, school resource officer at Veterans Memorial Middle School, CHAMPS instructor, and a community outreach coordinator. Thereby, I am well-versed in community member engagement, which led me to address superintendent and the board about opportunities to serve parents. During the July combined work session, several parents addressed Newton County Board of Education members about their concerns. After the meeting, I met with several parent presenters to discuss solutions to some of their concerns. Considering I have 2 high school graduates, 1 attending UGA, and an incoming freshman at Gordon State University. Gordon State College, I'm sorry. I know about secondary school success. To add, I am familiar with some of the services my children receive from Newton County school system. Thus, I wanted to offer valuable input to help parents with assessing necessary resources to help achieve student excellence and success. Thereby, this led me to present the following information before the school board this evening. Once again, during my tenure as a law enforcement officer and a college professor, I grounded daily practices on organization mission statements, visions, goals, and values. Conversely, this leads me to Superintendent Furry, the latter part of Superintendent Furry's message or welcome message. I encourage, it says, whether you are a parent, grandparent, resident, or business owner, I encourage you to get involved and support Newton County Schools, where spirit, pride, and excellence make the difference. Get involved. It is a key component to increase student excellence. Thereby, coupled with spirit and pride, parent engagement can have a significant impact on each child's academic career. As a parent, I understand and value the importance of parent engagement, and parents must be held accountable for student excellence and achievement. Therefore, parents need to be an academic advocate for their child or children throughout their child's academic career. And Administrators, faculty, teachers, staff, parents, community members, stakeholders can collectively make the difference. Considering Newton County School System is a public service organization, thereby it is classified as an open system organization. And the benefits of an open system organization is the input from internal, external actors. Thereby continued organizational success thrives from both actors. First, I recognize the efforts of the school officials to promote parent involvement, particularly in Title I activities, surveys, parent-teacher conferences, One Newton, Thursday folder, and so forth. I am most certain there are more programs that I'm not aware of. Great job. Also, I commend the work and commitment of the school officials on improving the current secondary handbook. However, with regard to the handbook, I see an opportunity to increase parent education and awareness on its content. First, after speaking with some community members, I was advised that many do not read, do not understand the content, or are aware of the handbook. And reading and understanding the handbook can be daunting, especially when terms or policies are not spelled out. For instance, Carnegie units, or some people may say Carnegie units versus credits. Sometimes acronyms, spelled titles of organizations or councils. More importantly, for increased understanding of the school handbook, it needs to be used in conjunction with the Newton County School System policy. Somehow, we can find effective ways to increase parent information in a manner where parents can easily navigate through the website, the Newton County website, to find relevant material and resources that their child or their children can benefit from. So as I mentioned, I served as a law enforcement officer. I was a proponent of ride-along programs, which permitted community members to ride an entire shift with a police officer. Therefore, community members were exposed to daily tasks of police officers. I encourage community members to conduct several ride-alongs on different days, different shifts, and with different officers to increase their awareness of police functions and operations. Also, we had roll call that will give us training on prior events of the shifts and also happening events that are occurring within our shift and also around the world. So thereby, I would like to give some options to increase parent engagement, to bridge the gap in communication and information, and to find an effective solution to help parents understand operations of the Newton County school system. Conversation is needed, but specifics are relevant. So I was thinking, operational practices and information explained to parents which can increase parent engagement. Maybe during Title I engagement activities. I'm not sure exactly how funds are allocated, but I know that the schools do a great job in the resources that they provide in the activities. But I was thinking, maybe it should be tailored to each school based on the need. For a school where attendance deficiencies, they should cover attendance during the opening session of the Title I parent engagement. This gives an opportunity for parents to ask questions about certain parts of the handbook and then allow administrators to go over that information. A question and answer forum about the content not understood. Parent surveys about what they would like to learn more about in terms of the handbook and the content. Lunch and learn. This is similar to what Dr. Curry implemented last year at Veterans Memorial Middle School. Mondays for moms and Fridays for fathers. That was an opportunity for parents to come to the school and spend an academic day with their children. And that leads to invite parents to school. Also, online parent engagement courses based on course entrance and exit assessments. This can generate the areas of content needed for discussion or clarity in the handbook and so forth. And also train parents to be volunteers to help other parents. This is an opportunity for parents to communicate with other parents. I'm almost done. So in closing, for nearly 17 years, I have been a part of the Newton County School System extended family as a parent, volunteer, public servant, and community engager. I have seen a shift in parent involvement at the secondary level. For instance, for several years, I failed to understand why the middle school parking lots were filled to capacity during athletic events and not for Title I activities or parent-teacher conferences. Thus, we need to find a solution to this problem. As I said before, last year, Dr. Curry, VMMS of Veterans Memorial School, offered Mondays for moms and Fridays for father as an opportunity for parents to spend an academic day with their children. But I want to learn more about the Newton County school system and how I, as a volunteer, can bridge the information gap to improve parent education awareness and engagement. So in closing, I just wanted to say thank you for granting me the opportunity to speak this evening, and remember that information is power in open system organizations. And I want to leave with this Native American proverb: tell me and I'll forget, show me and I may not remember, involve me and I'll understand. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McCoy. Thank you, Dr. McCoy, so much for that. And Dr. McCoy is a very involved parent. She actually comes to a number of our board meetings. And Dr. McCoy, I'm going to go ahead and volunteer you because she did speak to me while we have building leaders in here. And she said that she has worked the system, understood the system, received resources for her child, and it has been a tremendous help. And she said out of her mouth that she is willing to help any parents, or if you guys have parent committees and stuff, that you want a parent who has gone through the process and figured out how to navigate to speak to other parents. She is willing to do that. So I want to let y'all know while y'all in the room, in case somebody want to get her card and have her come speak at one of your PTO meetings or parent engagement meetings or something. But with that being said, you guys, now is the time that you can depart from the meeting if you would like. We would love for you to stay, but if you need to leave, you may go. And congratulations again, everybody.
She's very sweet. I like her a lot. She's very supportive.
All right, so we'll move on now. Can I get an approval of the agenda? A motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Moved and second. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes, please? Been moved by Mr. Johnson. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Coggan. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you so much. Superintendent's report.
Yes, ma'am. Madam Chair, Madam Superintendent, good evening, members of the board, good evening.
Good evening.
In the financial report, the financial statement is there for you to review. A couple of items to highlight. The special purpose local option for education sales tax distribution for June was $1,180,878, which is a decrease of $10,359 from the previous month. The title ad valorem tax collection for June was $88,084. Salary and benefits for July for 10 and 11-month employees are accrued into fiscal year 2019 as these payments are for work during the 2018-19 school year. Also, some expenditure percentages are greater this month as we must prepay some of those things, such as insurance and software license fees at the beginning of the year. Finally, expenditures which relate to fiscal year 2019 continue to be processed, and final collections for 2019, we are awaiting those from the tax commissioner, and the final ending fund balance will be available for review at the October board meeting. And that concludes the financial report.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Barr.
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions? Okay, B.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have the strategic plan report. Under student achievement and success, for the second year, the technology department hosted a coding camp partnering with the Covington YMCA. At the camp, 50 students created their own video games. This included a writing workshop where the students created stories and generated concepts in creative design. In addition, students created unique imaginative artwork as they collaborated with partners to code robots and build games. All students were authentically engaged and enjoyed the camp. High-quality workforce. Teachers new to Newton County were welcomed to the district on Thursday, July 18, 2019. The teachers were greeted by school representatives before being introduced to the district leadership team. The remainder of the day, teachers attended an ethics training, benefits enrollment, and a session on standards-based instruction and poverty awareness. On Friday, July 19, 2019, teachers attended a half-day session with Amy Dean to learn more about classroom management and how to have a successful year. The other half of the day was a time for teachers to choose from different professional learning sessions that met their professional needs. And on Monday, July 22, 2019, teachers attended a session on instructional strategies by Dr. Mulligan, and the other part of the day was spent with their school leadership teams. Culture, Climate, and Communication, Kim Reed, District Homeless and Foster Care Liaison, presented at the Newton County School System Pupil Transportation Department orientation meeting held at Newton High School on July 12, 2019. She shared the process of effectively implementing the homeless education program and support of potential homeless families. And finally, organizational and operational effectiveness. On July 23, 2019, new custodians received onboarding training. Lead custodians from various schools led this event. Topics included job-specific duties, equipment operation, chemical usage, and safe work practices. Regarding the enrollment report, as of August 13, 2019, which is today, enrollment is at 19,270 students. This time last year, the enrollment was 19,327 students, so we're down about 57 students thus far, but as you know, that generally picks up between now and Labor Day. So that is the enrollment report as well. Are there any questions? Thank you.
Okay, old business, we have none. New business, we have 2 items that will need action. Under new business is item C and I, so be mindful of that. Item A and B, Ms. Sams.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board, Superintendent Fury. The superintendent recommends the acceptance and use of 21st Century Learning Center grant funds as delineated below. The total value of the grant funds is $1.4 million. Rationale. The 21st Century Community Learning Center program is a federally funded grant program supporting the creation of community learning centers throughout the country. The centers provide after-school academic assistance for children, especially those that are economically disadvantaged or who face other barriers to success. The program is designed to assist students to meet the state and local standards in core academic subjects such as reading and math. It will foster academic achievement and assist with remediation and credit recovery. It also provides students a broad spectrum of enrichment activities that can complement their regular academic programs. Additionally, it offers opportunities for parents to become more involved in their children's education. Funds are awarded to state education agencies that in turn award those to local education agencies, community-based organizations, public and private entities or consortiums, or any other group thereof. The school system will utilize 4 grants, 2 new and 2 continuation, with funds totaling $1.4 million to fund after-school programs for 600 students at 11 schools and the Washington Street Community Center. The continuation grants consist of a After-School Academic Program 5, Subgrant 6, ASAP 6, Subgrant 7, for a total of $700,000. The new grants for ASAP 2, Subgrant 4, and ASAP 3, Subgrant 5 also total $700,000. The schools included are Alcovey High School, Clements Middle School, Cousins Middle School, Eastside High School, Fairview Elementary School, Flint Hill Elementary, Herd Mixon Elementary School, Indian Creek Middle School, Liberty Middle School, Veterans Memorial Middle School, and West Newton Elementary School, and that meets in Strategic Goal Area 1, Student Achievement and Success.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Okay, thank you, Ms. Sams.
Okay. Superintendent recommends the approval of a continued partnership program and contract with the Washington Street Community Center. The total contract value is $60,000. Rationale: the 21st Century Community Learning Center program is a federally funded grant program supporting the creation of community learning centers throughout the country. Community-based organizations may be utilized to support these programs. The Washington Street Community Center was included in the system's grant proposal and approved by state administrators as one of the program sites. Because the facility is inextricably linked to the grant, it is considered a sole source for the purposes of the 21st Century program. 40 students will be enrolled in the program at this facility, and that also falls under Strategic Goal 1, Student Achievement and Success.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Okay, thank you so much. Item C, Ms. Ramsey.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The superintendent recommends the approval of the attached agreements between the Newton County School System and the following provider to provide speech services, occupational therapy, physical therapy, vision services, and deaf, hard of hearing services to students with disabilities in accordance with their individualized education programs or IEPs for the 2019-2020 school year. The district is responsible for obtaining, providing, or arranging for the provision of special education services as determined by the student's IEP. Newton County provides these services through contractual arrangements with outside agencies when the need for services for students with disabilities cannot be met through the school system employees. Hourly rates for contracted services are based on years of experience and level of degree obtained. NCSS is currently contracting with agencies to provide services for speech language therapy and other related services as required by students' IEPs. The contractual agreements with National Staffing Solutions and Presence Learning are attached. Funding source will be FY 2020 General and Special Education Funds. That concludes item C.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any questions? Okay, we need a motion to move it forward, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, been moved in second. Any additional questions or questions now? Okay, call for the vote. All in favor? Any opposed? 5-0. Thank you, Ms. Ramsey.
Thank you.
Item D, Dr. Barr.
In item D, the superintendent recommends the identified items be declared surplus and disposed of per board policy, and those items are there for your review. And that relates to Strategic Goal Area 4, organizational and operational effectiveness. Includes
Any
item D.
questions for Dr. Barr? Okay, thank you, Dr. Barr. Dr. Thomas?
The superintendent recommends the projectors needed for the school system be purchased from Howard Technology Solution of Ellisville, Mississippi. The total cost is $43,440. The rationale: the technology department is systematically identifying older projectors in classrooms that are inoperable or at the end of their lifespan and replacing them with new equipment. The technology to be purchased includes ViewSonic DLP projectors, as well as universal adapter plates for mounting. The purchase includes projectors as well as required accessories, shipping, and handling. The school system will utilize a contract managed by the National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance, a national purchasing cooperative, to procure the equipment. The equipment and their costs are provided in the table below. This purchase is aligned to Strategic Goal Area 1, Student Achievement and Success, and the funding source is FY 20 budget, capital project funds, function code 1000, object code 616, and this concludes item E.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Thomas. Any questions? Okay, thank you. Item F.
And item F, the superintendent recommends the approval of the use of the football field and concession stand at Cousins Middle School by the Georgia Cowboys Incorporated for Little League football games. The principal, you can see the outline of the cost, and the principal of the school is consented to the arrangement. And that concludes item F.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Barr. Any questions? Okay, thank you. Item G is regarding our local board governance training, the combined 3 hours that we have to do together as a board. You guys have the training calendar in your folder to take a look at. So I suggest that we get together and come up with a day and time and have that prepared next week. And if there are days on here that you know you can't, if we could kind of email those out so we can go ahead and remove those possibilities. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Item H.
Yes, I recommend that the Newton County Board of Education support the work embedded in the Georgia Vision Project for Public Education. The strategic goals in the Newton County School System's recently adopted 5-year strategic plan mirror the recommendations of the Vision Project, all of which support our work to ensure our students are well-rounded and prepared for the future. The Vision Project objectives and goals are listed in the memo, and they speak directly to our strategic plan and our 4 strategic goals as well. They connect directly to student achievement and success, organizational and operational effectiveness, high-quality workforce, culture, climate, and communication.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion about H or questions? Item I.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The superintendent recommends approval of all personnel items as outlined in executive session.
Okay, I need a motion for I, please.
So moved. Second.
Moved in second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? 5-0, thank you. Other matters of interest? Okay, nobody? All right. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
So discussion? Discussion on the adjournment. Are you sure you don't have any more comments?
I have none tonight.
I call for the vote.
Mr. Bailey, you seconded it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? Any opposed? 5-0, meeting adjourned, 7:43.
I'm trying to get it to 7:45.
Thank you, everybody.
See you next time. I see we get Nicole to fix that right there.
Dina.
You gonna fall in that thing?
You got me worried.